Hello everyone, welcome back. So it is time to take a look at the Covert frigates and of course at the exploration frigates. I'll be starting with the probe Covert which is one of my first Covert frigates that I own, and video by video I'll be covering the rest of the tier 6 Covert frigates, and when the tier 10 frigates are released then I'll be looking at them as well. Now currently these ships can serve as a replacement for the exploration frigates, which will be released very soon, and of course I'll be taking a look at them as well. Alright, let's take a look at the ship's characteristics. Oddly, this ship has a lot of skins, which did surprise me. Now from all of the Covert frigates currently available, the probe Covert is mostly suitable for combat probing. It was used as a tackle ship before bubbles were a thing. I remember seeing this ship a lot in the old school gate camps in this game. Onto the trait description, you can fit a Covert clocking device as roll bonus, frigate defense upgrade bonuses per level, and the frigate command bonus per level will give you nice signature bonuses, cargo capacity bonus, and most importantly bonuses on the scan, which will be very important as this is one of the main roles for this ship. Ship has no drones, 2 high slots, 2 medium slots, 3 low slots, 2 combat and 2 engineering rigs. The defense is quite low. Keep in mind this ship will not take a lot of hits to get destroyed, so be careful about that. Very good scan resolution. You can even improve that if you like, so you can insta-lock things if necessary. And now let me show you my current build on this ship. So its DPS is definitely not going to be the main thing about it, but I have small missile launchers. I thought about placing turrets, the small autocannons, but I thought let's try missiles for a bit. And so far it should be able to defend itself against other Covert frigates with ease and other low tier frigates, but cruisers and the advanced frigates will eat the probe for breakfast, so you have to be careful. Now the scanning modules, the narrow and wide resonance scanner, this one is for PvP, while the blue one is for PvE. And like I mentioned before, the probe Covert is one of the most suitable ships for combat scanning. It has a very small signature radius, and overall it's kind of built for combat scanning more than for PvE stuff. But of course you can use both modules if you like. I'll be using both modules today. The bonuses definitely help a lot at lowering the scan radius and resolution, which is going to help quite a bit. This is the wide resonance scanner that can help you at finding dead space anomalies and Nihilus space gates, and hopefully in the future wormholes. And of course they should add the exploration sites that we have in Evil 9. That would be a nice touch, and should be in this game as well. But with time, I'm sure that it will be released. Onto the rigs. The combat rigs are mostly defensive in this case, while the engineering rigs are going to be rigs that will improve scanning. So that's how I decided to roll with this ship. Now you can also add the nanocores, but I don't have them currently. It can help you, I think, and it does give you a very nice custom look that you can customize on your ship. But again, that's currently not what I'm focusing on. The nanocores are also quite expensive. Now let me just show you the exploration frigate Astra, and of course I'll be taking a look at the other Sister of Eve ships. But first, this will be the tier 10 probe explorer, an actual exploration frigate. It does have a difference in appearance and a little bit and small buffs in terms of the trait description. Overall, might be a good upgrade in the future when people start to hit tier 10. It also has one drone and one extra rig slot for each, so definitely going to improve things a bit. But overall the rest of the stats are generally almost the same with very minor improvements. Okay, now on to the famous Astra. Now this ship is going to be one of my personal main ships when they get released. As you know, as you probably guessed at the moment, it will be used for PvP mainly. We'll of course do PvE stuff with it. The bonuses on these ships are quite nice, as you can see here. They can serve both in combat and in exploration perfectly fine. Although a little bit less. The scan resolution is a little bit lower than the probe, but it will still be more than enough. Stratios will be the Sister of Eve exploration cruiser. It will be, well, it's a cruiser class, a little bit larger, slower, but it does have a lot more tank and a bit more DPS, but the rest of the bonuses are generally similar and comparable with the Astra. Will also be used mainly as a PvP ship in my case. 4 drones, 3 high slots, 4 medium slots, 4 low slots, and 3 rigs each. Alright, well, let's see how the active stats on this ship will work. Now this little thing will be very fast. My frigate skills are not maxed out, so its velocity is a little bit lower than its maximum potential, but it will do the job just fine. The tank is alright. It will not take a lot of hits to get destroyed, but it should. You will have enough time to warp out if necessary. 2.6 kilometers per second is its velocity. And now looking at the rigs over here, you will definitely notice a difference with the scanning rigs on this ship, which I'll be testing out right now. Right, I'm in this low sec system, launched both scanning probes, and let's see. Now this is the first quotation marks here, target. And let's analyze. You will be greeted with this little window, and you will need to match the signals. You have to exclude the match signal, and then you will get the exact line. And whoa, oh man. Windy and a nightmare. Where is my crew when I need them? Oh, I know, they are asleep at the moment. I just decided to play around with the probe, and I stumbled upon 2 very juicy targets. Okay, warping in. Friends by Blood 3. Alright, that's a pretty juicy mission. Okay, there is the Nightmare and there is the Windy. And they're blue, but I ignore the standing, alright? Like, they will not mind if I shoot them. So, if we had our full fleet here, this would be a very nice day for us, because we would have killed 2 of these very, very nice ships. Okay, let me just take a look. Now, you can adjust the range from which you can land on these ships, but most of the time when you warp in, you will be landing very close to the mission. So you have to have a ship, if you're hunting for, if you're a combat scanner, if you use the scanner for combat purposes, you need to be very fast and you need to burn towards these targets very quickly. Now battleships, yeah, they're not gonna go anywhere, you are reaching them very quickly. But the frigates, cruisers, destroyers, and battle cruisers can be slippery. So an Astra here would be very good, because you can sneak up to them, uncloak, point them and call in for help, or you can solo them if you like. That's the trick and the tactic that I'll be using with Sister of Eve ships. Basically, these ships are made for what I like to do. They're supposed to be the original replacements for my RB, but they were kind of pushed away a little bit further. So Uh, in a month, they will be released, and you probably guessed I am going to get these ships specifically for PvP because they are perfect for what I like to do. They will be expensive, but I should be good on ISK at the moment. So yeah. Now this nightmare is taking the damage. I don't see any shield field being active, so and yeah, its shield is of course unscratched. Now I'm thinking if I should like ping everyone in Discord just to come here and to jump these ships. But it's very late for their time zone, so I'll just keep on moving and let's see what else I'll be finding. Now these battleships had no clue that they were scanned. They had no clue that that I was around because they didn't get notified. Their signature radius and of course their scan radius. I kind of forgot what the exact name of that exact thing. It's they're battleships. I mean, they're big ships, and they're not gonna get notified when they get scanned. Okay, on to the next system. Now you can basically scan while warping. Before you warp, you click on the scan button, and 15 signals. That's a lot of signals over here. And let's see what kind of things I'll be finding here. Now sometimes the signal will be like this, so you have to be careful which one you choose. You have the signal load, which if it gets overloaded, the scanning will fail, and you have to wait 150 seconds for it to cool down and then to try again. So let me just see what kind of signals I can do here, and I'll just try to overload this just to show you what happens if you end up overloading. Oh well, actually I didn't fail, although I tried to fail. Alright, fair enough. Warping to that omen. Now this is high sec. You cannot attack ships in high sec, so I'll still cloak. Don't want to scare that omen away, because I know that scanning made people very paranoid in this update. It made low sec be actually low security, which is something that should have been done from day one. Right, well, this is the omen. I warped at 100 kilometers. In this case, I could have actually warped at 0 and I would be very close to this ship. Seems like it's an armor tank. Now, this cruiser most likely got notified that it was scanned, so it knows that something is around or that something might be around, but they're not warping away because this is high sec and they're safe. Reminds me, the other day I did test out some stuff with my Macariel. I took it out for some missions, of course in high sec, and 15 of you just jumped in the system, and I had a nice chat, you know. I had a little bit of a funny moment there. Did not expect to get swarmed in high sec, although well, they couldn't kill me. But it was a fun little chat and fun little ride. I quite enjoyed it. Might actually start to live stream when I do these missions, so you can join me and we can chat, we can have fun. Okay, well, I'll leave that omen alone and let's proceed to my current destination to see what kind of stuff will I encounter. Now, kind of wish that I had my Cinnabel or my RB here, because well, you will see what I mean later on. Okay, more signals. You also can zoom in on the map and you can kind of see from which direction the signal is coming from. Now, this line over here, when it's like this, it's most likely a ship with it's most likely a frigate, pod, interceptor, or a cruiser. That's what I've noticed. A Mauer has a signature rate like this on the here on the scanning menu, on the scanning screen. Battleships usually take only one signal to exclude, battlecruisers 2, and small stuff 3. I haven't seen 4 signals to be excluded, so I personally think that 3 is the max. Might be wrong, but I haven't encountered 4. Now you could see what happens when you fail scan over there. This is one noise. Okay, let's see. I just do this one, and yeah, this ship was in the middle of warp, or it was at the gate, and they jumped through. On to the next signal. Let's see what's roaming around here. I will be progressing towards low sec after I finish with this. This is just a example and kind of a tutorial how this works. That's the omen from earlier. All right, let's go to this one. This is a small target, ranging from pod to cruiser. Again, today I scanned a Mahler. That Mahler had a signature like this, so you can expect a ship like that. But in most cases, it will be a very small target. And let me just try this, and yeah, let's not do that. It's a small, very small target. Another small target. I mean, I'm not surprised. This is high sec after all. You will find low tier ships here. Now, people say that finding a pod is extremely difficult, and it is. So you'll be quite surprised later to see what. Well, I kind of already gave it away. I did scan a pod, and you will probably see that very soon. Did not expect to do that, but well, it happens, I guess. So I still didn't buy. Oh yeah, I scanned it. It's a capsule. There we go, a pod. You can also buy the faction scanners, which are very expensive. I mean, when they launched, they were super expensive, like up to a $500 million ISK, or more than 1.5 billion ISK on the market for the faction module. Was ridiculously expensive. I waited for the price to go down, and there was the pod at the safe spot. Not quite sure what the pod was doing here, but yeah, scanning a pod, quite difficult. And my skills are not that bad. We'll max them out very soon. Alright, let's head to the next destinations. I do want to get in low sec and to have fun over there. Might actually find something that I can kill. Not with this ship, but the crew might wake up. So when they wake up, I'll definitely call them in for a juicy target. Alright, so this seems to be also a very small target. Let's see which signatures or which noises should I... And these types of signals are kind of the hardest to nail. So you have to be careful. Dragon trainer, alright, let's warp to that. I can take on a dragon trainer with this ship with ease. Should be able to. Unless they are blue. If they are unaware, couple hits from my missiles should do the trick. Oh, it's of course it's blue. Oh, of course. If it's not blue, they warp off. Well, that ship definitely got notified that it was scanned, but they're blue, so yeah, cannot shoot them. Not something that I followed a couple days ago, but I'm not gonna try to cause a war, so I will avoid shooting at blues for some time. I already caused a lot of damage. Let's just say that. And PvE scanner, of course, did not find anything. I feel like there's a lack of PvE content to scan currently. Kind of hoped that they would release scanning sites or other sites that are outside of the Nihilus space with this update. But I assume that they will add that in one of the next updates. Really hoping that they add something about that in the update when they release Sister of Eve ships. because currently the combat scanner is way more useful than the PvE scanner. Now, in null space, things are a lot different. In null space, you can actually find dead space anomalies. You can find a lot of very expensive, very juicy stuff. So in null space, it's definitely useful, especially if you own your own space. Alright, that's the little signature, and it's a battleship, I assume. That's the... oh, a juicy Dominic's. Okay, well, let's warp at that dummy. Oh man, a sweet poison too. Yeah, that dummy is running a tier 10 storyline. Scanning battleships is ridiculously easy. I'll just say that right away. Oh, it's a neutral one. Oh, okay. Now we're talking about something. Okay, pinging the crew on Discord. Yeah, they will definitely be annoyed seeing me pinging over there, but yeah. And I'll slowly approach this Dominic's so that... oh no. Did not want to uncloak. That was a false tap. I failed. Oh, okay. I accept defeat, and the dummy insta-warped. Now, if this was a Sister of Eve ship, I would definitely snuck up to that dummy within like 20 kilometers and just uncloak and point it. That would have been funny. If they use large drones, they will have a hard time following a little Astra around. Well, crew is not waking up, so they're still sleeping. And there is the dummy on the gate. Bailed the gate. Interesting warp out. A little bump for a little friendly bump, you know, just to show that I'm not going to harm his battleship in any way, shape, or form. And the dummy is now going back to the story mission. Well, seems like this dummy is not afraid. Okay. Not afraid now, but very soon things will change. Things will change. Alright, on to the next signal. Let's see what this is all about. It's near that anomaly. It's a battleship, I assume. Oh, or it's empty space. Okay. Uncloaking and launching the scanners again. First the combat scanner, and then I will most likely launch the PvE scanner. What is this? The contact is near the gate. Might caught a ship warping to the gate. One noise. Let's go with this one. Yeah, that ship was caught mid-warp. Over there. Yeah, it was a battleship. Interesting. Tempest that went through the gate. Alright. Let's try this one more time. And this time I'll pop the PvE scanner. No signal waves detected, and no signal waves detected. Okay, fair enough. Empty system. Let's head to the next location. Hopefully I'll stumble upon a Nihilus space, and just to show how that looks from the inside. Popped both scanners. Cloaking. This is a trick that you can try. You can pop the signals and then cloak, and you can continue scanning while cloaked and while safe. Especially good for null space. We have two signals over here. One signal at the station and one signal at the... Oh, this is... yeah. I'm not gonna get this signal. There is no way that I'm getting this. Okay, well, I'm pulling my words back. I actually scanned that. Did not expect to see that one happening. Two noise signals to be excluded. So let's go with this one or this one. Oh man. Let's start with this one and then I can go with this one. Well, I was wrong. This one. Prophecy. Let's warp to that at 100. Again, this is, yeah, this is Losec. I'm cloaked. Think this prophecy was at a station. I might be mistaken. I saw two signals. One was at the gate, one was at the station. Unknown location. Yeah, it's at the station. Okay. Well, do not shoot ships that are at the station. And it's blue. Okay. I mean, I can definitely scan from my teammates to jump in and to have a feast over here. But in that case, I wouldn't be able to upload that because I would be getting in trouble from my corp. They would definitely not be happy about scanning and killing blues. Okay, this is an interesting signal. Only two noises, and I messed up. Oh, I didn't. Alright. Omen Trainer. Now I can kill that. I am pretty sure that I can kill a Omen Trainer. I mean, I used to kill these ships back in the day with a frigate like this. Warp to Contraband. Okay, arriving at the location. And they warped off. I came right in time for them to finish with the mission. And I am getting salt in the private messages, as expected. Let me just adjust the windows. There we go. That's the new private message chat window. You can guarantee that it's salt. Alright, on to the next system. I've been getting a lot of salt recently regarding PvP over in the private messages. Some salt is truly glorious. They say Eve salt is something special, and let me tell you, with year-long experience, yes, it is something very special. It is the finest salt that you are going to find in any game. Alright, two signals. Let's see, where's the first one at? Gate. Okay, and the second signal also at the gate. Yeah, both seem to be at the gate. Well, let's practice a little bit. Was that a battleship? Oh, it's a Myrmidon. Okay. Warping towards the Myrmidon. Sadly, again, I'm not in a PvP ship. Technically, this is a PvP ship, but only for scanning. If I was in my Cinnabal, this would be a lot different. Well, this Myrmidon was caught 100 kilometers away from the gate. Interesting. So I think that one went to do a mission, and I'll try to scan again. One signal detected. Let's quickly check it out. Where is this? I told you this Myrmidon was doing a story. And sadly, yeah, let me see what kind of story it's doing. Okay, cloaking, not to raise any suspicion. Not sure if they saw me scanning them. I think they didn't, so I should be good. If this was a RB or Cinnabal, that Myrmidon would have been toasted. Yeah, it would have been toasted. It's pretty close to zero. And yeah. Well, technically, let's say that would be my second or third kill if I was in a combat ship. Let's continue moving around. That would be I'll also ping the system locations for my teammates. Okay, let's see. Now there's the Myrmidon over there. And you can also... Oh, I forgot to mention, you can also check out the previous scanned locations with ease. That way, if you forgot to bookmark something, you can return and bookmark them. Bookmarking these things is going to be important for various reasons and various things. Alright, let's go back to that Myrmidon again. We'll also, again, try to wake up the team to get here if they can. If not, I'll just continue moving on. There's the Myrmidon. Still very close to 0 from the spot of the mission. And by the looks of it, it is a armor tank Myrmidon. Now you can literally inspect ships while you're cloaked. That way you can plan the best course of action, or you can pretty much think of a tactic how to engage them. Now this Myrmidon is an armor tank, probably with a dual armor repair, so it might be a bit tanky. Would have been a nice target for a Cinnabar or RB. Well then, time to continue moving on to the next system location. Cloaked and scanning. One signal located. Okay, let's see what's... A story runner again. Okay. An Oracle. Warping at 100. As you can see, it's ridiculously easy even to find battlecruisers. Now, I'm not quite sure if you have rigs that help out against being scanned. I'm pretty sure that there are. I just don't use them that often because I pretty much don't need them. The best protection against being scanned is being cloaked. And of course having warp core stabs, which people use a lot. That's why their prices skyrocketed. For a Mark III warp core stab, you need 250. They were like 350 million a week ago. Now their price dropped, but still very, very expensive. So a cloak definitely going to be the best like protection against combat probing. Now this Oracle is a sniper, very long range. A Cinnabar would have eaten this Oracle alive. Speaking with experience, I already killed a lot of these ships that were sniping without a problem. Even approaching them is not a big deal because Cinnabar is ridiculously fast. Now again with a Stratius, this Oracle would have been toasted. And you can't imagine how excited I am going to be when these ships finally drop. Like, I know that they're gonna be ridiculously expensive, but I don't care. I'll be getting them and I'll be having fun with those ships. Frigates might be in some ways better. The sister fifth Astra might be a little bit better than Stratius, only because it's a frigate and it's fast, and you don't have to worry about large drones catching you. The Stratius can take some hits before it dies, so yeah, can't wait to actually fly them. And yeah, I sound excited. I am, because they are around the corner. Okay, on to the next little signal. Let's see what this is all about. Again, someone doing a story. And again, a very easy scan. Oh, compressed. Now this is what I'm talking about. Nihilus space. Okay. Right, time to go into the unknown. Let's see what the hell is waiting for me at the other end. So, I think I covered this in the previous video, in the PvP one. When you enter these locations, you pretty much don't know what you are going to expect. And current local here is clear. So, let me jump in. Oh man, by the way, prepare for some serious slow frames. The developers, I think they still have to optimize that space a little bit, but overall, I am going to probably get a new device very soon. It's time for that, and hopefully that will fix the lag. There is the question mark on the local. There we go. Jumping in, and it's a compressed belt. I expect to see miners here. Mining ships, to be precise. And there is no one here. Okay. Well, time for nice wallpapers. Cloak timer, secure mining zone, okay. You can move through several rooms over here, but I'm not gonna go too deep because, well, serious slow frames at the moment. We'll cloak and we'll approach towards that direction over there. You can kind of see the temperature of the chip on the lower left corner. I got uncloaked. What did uncloak me here? I mean, there is a lot of rocks laying around, so I guess that's what uncloaked me. So basically, in these spaces you can find ores, you can find combat ships. I was curious if you can actually find A, B or X type modules. Apparently I've heard that you can't. I'm not quite sure how true that is. I expected to encounter super difficult enemies that will drop these modules, like a more advanced Dead Space. You can, I mean, that might be the case in the future. Not quite sure what will happen about that, but I sure hope that the developers do something to expand this, because while this is nice, I love this space. It looks amazing. It does add a little bit depth to the game. It's still not enough. You need to have more things added to exploration. So really hope that they work on that. What is this? Asturich, Pyrox, okay. You have a lot of... Now I'm obviously not a industrial pilot. I have no idea what ore is valuable and what ore is not, so far looks like a good belt. I don't know, looks like a good space to be at, but again, I'm no expert in this category, so feel free to correct me if this was a unimpressive find. Right, let's go deeper. Let's see what happens in the other end over here, through the second gate. Main mine zone. Okay. Now, I really expect to stumble upon someone here. It's just me being paranoid, I know. And when you jump in through the gates, when you land, you are landing uncloaked. So you have to be careful. If lag kicks in, and if someone is camping on the other end, I would be in trouble. Oh, well, this looks pretty. This looks very pretty, and there is a lot of rocks laying around. I see that the gates to go even deeper are open, so I might go deeper. And yeah, the lag is not, the frames are not pretty at all. Let me try to disable icons. Sometimes that actually helped out. Well, it definitely will help at creating some nice screenshots over here. This poor potato phone crying over here with the graphics card going berserk on me. Now, I think previously I had a question regarding when the gates collapse. I think the thing in the center over there, the the spiral thing, might be kind of notifying you when this will collapse. So at the moment this seems to be pretty stable. Last time when the spiral thing over there had like all different arcs, circles and things like that, it collapsed in couple minutes time. So this here might be pretty stable. Alright, well, time for me to head back. This is getting way too laggy and way too unsafe. If my frames were better, I would definitely stick around more and play around more just to see what's inside. And well, would definitely go until the very end. Okay, back to the main area, and let's... Oh, yeah, of course, there's no gate over here. I have to manually fly towards the exit over there. Alright, going towards the exit was a nice little venture into this unknown space. This was quite a different video from the usual fighting. It was actually quite chill. Did take some time to take a look at exploration mechanics a little bit in depth. Had time to play around with the Covert frigates a little bit, and had time to explore a little bit. Of course, we'll do this a lot more often. Planning to continue doing this with the other exploration Covert frigates. I rammed that asteroid and going back to Losec. And it's of course clear, that's good. And back to the surface. Nice. And the frames have gotten better. And when you return, you will get cloak, so you should be safe. Well, safer, not exactly safe, but definitely safer than spawning in without cloak. And I think you can also find these. Fun fact: you can actually find these in high sec as well, but they are very rare. In high sec, I think that would be a perfect PvP spot if you're into that. Well then, that was a nice little ride. Hope that you enjoyed. Hope that I could help. And with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.